Girlies, it's Miss Lady Lace here on my Glamour channel, and I wanted to wish you a very happy Halloween. Today I have for you my next vintage vegan video where I'm going to be sharing a pumpkin pie recipe. If you love all things vintage and pinup, I share all of my passions here on YouTube with tutorials, tips, tricks, and so much more. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date with all my vintage fun. For today I'm going to be making a pumpkin pie, which is perfect for the spooky season. I absolutely adore pumpkin pie, but I cannot remember the last time I actually had one, and it's been years since I baked one myself. Today is going to be a little bit of trial and error, as I'm going to be just taking a few recipes I've seen online, amalgamating them and veganizing them as well, so fingers crossed that that works today. So let's get started with our recipe. For today's tutorial, you're going to need 1.5 cups of pumpkin puree, 1 cup of coconut cream, 3/4 cups of brown sugar, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of ginger, 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg, 1/8 teaspoon of clove, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt, which I've got all in one mixture here, 3 tablespoons of corn flour, and a pie crust. I also have some extra short crust pastry that I'm going to use to cut some spooky shapes out of to decorate my pie with. I also have some soy milk just to do a little wash over the top of the pastry to make it golden a little bit more. Starting with our method, we want to preheat our oven to 200 degrees Celsius. Step 2, we're going to take all our ingredients and put that into a blender and blend until nice and smooth. Step 3, we're going to take our pumpkin pie mixture and pour that into our pie crust. I'm then going to glaze the edge of the pie with some soy milk. Step number 4, I'm going to pop this in the oven for 30 minutes. I'm then going to cover the crust in alfoil and bake for another 30 minutes. Step 6, we're going to make our decorations for our pie. So I have cookie cutters in the shape of a bat and some leaves. I'm going to use the bats around the edge of the pie so they'll kind of frame the pie. And then the leaves, I'm going to put 3 to 4 in the middle to kind of be like a pumpkin stem there. I've greased up a tray ready to go, so I'm going to cut those out, and while the pie is in there, the last 10 minutes I'm going to pop these in with it just so they bake at the same time. And I'll bake them until golden brown, which I think should be about 10-15 minutes. Step 6, we're going to take the pie and the pastries out of the oven and allow that to cool for 30 minutes. Now, in a lot of recipes I found, it did say it was normal for the pie to be a bit jiggly in this moment, and mine definitely had a bit of jiggle to it, but hopefully that will set once we pop it in the fridge. Step 7, we're going to pop our pie into the fridge and allow that to set for 4 hours. Now, I am a little bit time poor today. I've got a Halloween party later, so I've taken it out. It's been maybe 2.5-3 hours. It does seem to be pretty set, but if it's not completely when I do try it in just a minute, that will be the main reason. But now we'll move on to step number 8. We're going to take our little pastry decorations and we're going to adorn them atop of our pie, and then it'll be ready to enjoy. While decorating, I had a bit of a play to see what looked best. I tried putting the leaves in the middle and the bats on the outside, but in the end I decided to go with the bats on the outside. I've just cut up the pumpkin pie and it's now the moment of truth. I really hope that this does taste good, because I've baked 2 other pies that I'm going to be taking to some other celebrations that I have this weekend. So here's hoping this is delicious. I'm so over the moon with how delicious this is. It's worked out so beautifully. It's really soft. and caramelly and pumpkin-y and just delicious. So I'm really happy with how this has turned out. It was quite a lot of work to put together. I did make my own pumpkin puree as I couldn't find it in any of the shops. And as I was making 3 pies, it was quite a lot of work to make 3 pies from scratch. I truly hope you've enjoyed today's video and found it a little bit of fun. If you have, be sure to give it a like and a comment, as that really helps me out. If you'd like early access to these videos, exclusive content, and to help support me in creating more things here on YouTube, I do have my Glamour community on Patreon. I'd like to thank all my patrons, but especially my VIP Glamour patrons, which are listed here. Your support truly helps me in creating more fabulous content. If you'd like to follow my daily pinup adventures, I post super regularly to Instagram. I'll pop a little link here as well as at the end of the video. And to never miss out on my vintage fun, be sure to hit the subscribe button below, turn on those bell notifications, and I will be seeing you all real soon.